Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I got a new emergency radio for us to look at. I'm kind of bringing these to the forefront because severe weather is either happening or coming or whatever, especially here in Florida. So this is one I just got from Amazon. It's $25, and it's the iRonsnow or something like that, Dino Solar Radio. There's a picture of it right there. It's got two lights, one here and one over here where you can't see in this picture. It has a USB jack for, it actually has two jacks, one for charging the internal battery and one for charging an external device such as your cell phone. It's powered by either the internal battery, some, I think, AA, AAA, I never can remember, AA, some AA batteries, not included. Where was it? Oh, the dyno, it has a dyno. There it is. There's the dyno, so you can charge the internal battery and or an external device. And lastly, I thought this was a display at first. No, that's a little solar panel. So it can be charged by a solar panel sitting this out in the sun in case you don't have any other source of power. It has NOAA weather channels, AM channels, FM channels, and maybe shortwave. You'll see what I mean later on. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's see if I missed anything here. Four-way power, NOAA, FM, blah, 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 5 LED flashlight, and 8, count them, 8 LED emergency lamp, a siren alarm. You can set the NOAA receiver up to listen for alarms. I've never gotten one of those, so I doubt if I can test that. I hope I don't get one. And then a couple of jacks. Rechargeable lithium battery. It's 3.7 at 2300 milliamp hours. That's pretty good, because I imagine electronics, as far as the radio is concerned, is probably not a heavy drain. Now the lights, maybe, but they're LEDs, so they shouldn't drain too much. And something I totally forgot, it's a music player. Can you believe this? All this for $25, and it comes in a box. Okay, that's the box. Here's the manual. Well, here's a piece of paper. Yeah, it kind of mentions stuck together. I can't even open the manual. Oh, duh, it opens backwards. All right, so here's the manual. It tells you how to use the various functions. Got specifications down here. Let's see if you can read them there. Crank dyno power 2 watts. I have no idea what that really means. I will do a dyno crank test. And what that is, and I do it on all these radios that have this dyno crank thing, is I completely drain the battery by using the radio and the lights and stuff like that. I don't know how much it's drained. When the radio stops working or the lights go off, I consider it drained. So I completely drain it, and then I do my 5-hand test, my 5-minute test, where I crank to charge for a minute, I rest my hands, I crank for another minute, and I do this to accumulate 5 minutes. Get it? 5 minutes. All right. So that, and then I see how long either the radio or the light works. I'll probably do separately. See how long the radio plays, the radio only plays, and how long the light only plays. Now it's got 2 lights. Maybe I'll do 3 tests. I don't know. I don't know if I can crank this thing 3 times, 3 sets of 5 times, 15 times or not. Plus I have to distribute. I have to use up the battery. Okay, here it is. Coming in. There she is. So it's a little bigger than your hand, and it has lots of lights. It has 5 bright LEDs right here, and then it has supposedly 8 LEDs in here. So you got a spotlight and a kind of a reading light, desk light, what do you want to call it. Up here is that little solar panel. Now, I have in the past on all these things, they're all using about the same size panel. It's kind of useless. It's like, you know, if you're on the show alone and they gave you one of these and the battery, the crank didn't work or something like that, you could set it out in the sun for about a week and you might get enough charge to get it to work. Now, maybe this one's different. Maybe this one's more efficient. The drawback of these is they need really bright, direct sunlight. And if you do that, this plastic typically doesn't like that sunlight. So it's kind of a catch-22. But anyway, if you're interested we'll do a solar test. We'll leave it out. What I've done in the past is I've left it out for like an hour and then got it out of the sun, and checking it, make sure it's not melting. And then another hour, and I'll do it up for like 4 hours. That's after I discharge the battery. And then we'll do the test to see how long the radio plays or if the lights work, if they even work. All right, let's go around here, show you the setup here. This is the on-off volume control. This is the light or lamp control on-off. Can you have both? That's interesting. Okay, so I couldn't test both. You can only have one at a time on. This is the siren on and off and the charge on and off. So if I believe that means, and let me see if it says, it probably doesn't. Oh, I haven't tried that, so now I got to remember how to open the darn manual. It's backwards. Okay, it's backwards. So you go to the back of the manual and you open it, this way. Now let's see what it says about that switch, siren on off. It didn't say. Not under that. Nope, doesn't say. I didn't remember reading anything about it, but I'm guessing. I know, I should have done my homework here. One obvious position here, it's a siren that is you tune it to a no weather band that you can receive, and you put it in siren, and the siren will go off if it gets one of those signals that you're about to be destroyed. Grab your ass and leave. Okay. And I think the other one, the charge position, is probably when you want to charge an external device. I think that's it. I don't find it in here. Let's see here. Just be out. Crank. It's probably buried here in this huge manual, and I just haven't found it. That's probably the problem. Oh, let's go on. Up here we have a multi-function switch, which is, it's kind of hard to tell which position you're in, because it's FM, AM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, NOAA, alert. Oh, so there's alert up here and there's siren down here. That's different. So the siren down here, which I'm not going to try right this because I'll blow somebody's ears out maybe, is maybe to just use an internal circuitry to make a bunch of noise so that people can find you. That's probably what that is. I didn't see it in the manual. Didn't see it in the piece of paper. And then we have music. And that's when you can play music off of a card, SD card. Now up here we have the, whoops, where'd that camera go? Up here Gotta hold this still for a second so my camera will settle on it. There is the back, forward, play, and pause, and forward to the next track. This is for playing off of that SD card. Then, would you believe it or not, that is the tuning knob. Oh my gosh, it is so coarse, it's unbelievable. That's why I said, try to tune a shortwave station on this little knob, and it's just got a little impression there of an arrow to point to where it's on which band. Now, I was totally blown away the other night, and I mentioned it in a previous show, that this thing was receiving shortwave pretty good. But trying to tune it, look at my big fingers, and you'll see when I turn the radio on. This is really crude. Oh gosh, couldn't they spend another penny and make a dial that's at least a little? I mean, I could barely grasp it, and of course, when you grasp it, you can't see the little indicator. So, one thing I would have to do if I really wanted to use this is I would have to get some paint or something and highlight the arrow. Why don't they highlight the arrow with white or something, yellow or something? It's just embossed. That's it. The solar panel. It's got a nice carrying handle. You can wrap somebody across the head with this thing. And then here's the ultra tiny antenna for FM, NOAA, and shortwave. Yeah, you're not going to get a whole lot of shortwave on this little guy. It's probably 18 inches, and it folds down, and then it goes over. So it's out of the way. Oops. Oh, there we go. So it's out of the way. And then here's the crank that will bust your knuckles. And it's a fairly hard crank. And this is like cheapo plastic, so you'd have to be really careful, otherwise this is going to snap right off, especially if you're cranking fast and you're cranking for a long time. I mean, I'm sure if you did like 20 minutes of continuous cranking, this thing probably melt. So I wouldn't do that. Be kind of careful. And most of them are that way on these inexpensive radios. $25, remember that. Okay, so I'm going to break this up into multiple shows. So I've kind of showed you the features. Here it lists the whoops, gosh, get on the camera, Tom. Here it lists the frequencies that it will tune. So for instance, shortwave 1 is 3 to 8 megahertz. Shortwave 2 is 9 to 18 megahertz. We kind of skipped the 8 to 9 megahertz. But there is, in there is the WWV. There's 5 megahertz and 10 megahertz and 15 megahertz. We could try those as an example. But this, let me look at see if I can hold this so you can see the writing on the frequencies. The camera's not going to quite tune in. There we go. So you can see that the outer white band is actually 9 to 18. Okay, it goes backwards. It goes 9 to 18. So that whole swing there is shortwave band 2. The next one is, I don't know what the next one is. Okay, the next band, the orange band, the next one is both the AM and FM bands. And then the next inner white one, I'm sorry I'm not holding this very good, is shortwave 1 and NOAA. Kind of, I mean, you could tune this not knowing where you are on the band, and get a station, and then you just have to get a magnifying glass and a bright light to see where the little knob is pointing. There's arrows. There's actually 2 arrows. I guess depending on which scale you're on here, you use a particular arrow. Anyway, I don't mean to dwell on that. Oh, over here we have, upside down, we have the SD card slot right there. I got an SD card slot in there. Matter of fact, the music you heard at the beginning is coming out of this radio. This is a DC volt input for charging the internal battery, and this is a DC volt, 5 volt, both of them are 5 volt, output for charging some other device on. This is a full-size USB, this is a micro USB. That's it. Okay. It stands pretty sturdy. It doesn't have any batteries in it right now. There's the battery compartment right there. I'll put some in when I'm doing some other testing. Right now I'm going to do the testing with the internal lithium ion battery, it says, which is, it says it's 2300 millivolts. That's pretty strong. So we got a few more minutes here. Let me just quickly try the bands. Right now, like I say, I've got it in. I got this. I'm sorry, I try to hold this steady. I got this button all the way over, which is music, which comes off of here, or audio of some kind. So when I turn it on, that's what's playing. Just kind of stuttered there for a second. Okay, this is the music I'm playing is from the YouTube free live music audio library. So I can play that on the air. Now I can use these buttons up here to change tracks. I can stop. There, it's stopped. It's paused. Start again. Go to the next track. Go back one track. Go back another track. So that's working pretty good. Audio's pretty good. I'm about, well, I'm going to hold on your ears and we'll go full volume. There's full volume. Doesn't distort. Let's try a different track. Whoa, got a little loud there. Okay, we'll try another track. Audio sounds good. Now that was max, so it didn't blow your ears off. And if you're in a noisy environment, you might. No, there's no headphone jack. By the way, there's no headphone jack. Now also, when the unit is on, this little, it looks like 4 LEDs maybe, is on. And when you're charging, there's an identical one down here that comes on. Now, let's see if I can turn. I should be able to turn the lights on, the light and the lamp on while it's playing. Let's see what happens. See if the audio gets reduced or anything. Okay, here we go. Turn this on. Nope. Okay, very bright. Those are pretty bright LEDs. Then we go to that sweating is setting. And we got this thing, there's the 8. And that's pretty bright too. Good for setting it down and reading or cooking your rat that you caught or whatever. So let's turn that off. Let's stand by. I'm going to turn the volume down just to see if that has any effect. And I'm going to move this to siren. Stand by. Turn your volume down, Case. Here we go. Whoa. Yep, it's there. That's what that is. So that is in case you're buried under a bunch of rubble and you hear a dog sniffing around you. So you think, well, maybe that's a rescue dog. You can turn the siren on. So you lost your voice or you got a stick going through your throat or something. There you go. There you go. All right. So let's go to, and I'm going to just go quickly, and I'm going to do it more of it in previous shows if anybody is interested. I'm going to go to NOAA, the NOAA position, NOAA radio. Okay, that's NOAA alert, I think. Whoops. It's a little touchy. So NOAA alerts, NOAA. Now have to hook up the, we have to raise the antenna. Okay. Now we'll tune with this, whoops, we'll tune with this little tiny knob. Now, I'm in a location where I normally get about 3 NOAA channels out of the 7. And I also kick the camera. So we'll try to tune this real slow. Turn the volume up. Now, did you notice the muting while tuning? Oh, I hate that. Anyway, it's kind of a, gee, I kick the camera again. It's kind of a thing that happens nowadays with radios with these DSPs. Okay, let's try again. So I'm barely turning this thing. Oh. That's shortwave. I went too far. That's shortwave. Pretty good. And she said Radio Habana. And it's 11 a.m. here in Clearwater, Florida. Pretty cool. And that's what I noticed before. It's very sensitive to shortwave. Kind of hard to tune, but very sensitive. Let's go on. So we're on the wrong band. Let's go back. There. Now, see if we get NOAA. Yeah. Turn the volume up. T's to 2 feet. I love the way they say it. C's 2 feet. T's 4 feet. I'll let you listen. Very clear. Okay, that's 1. Let me see if I can tell where it would be. So that could be, shut up. That could be pointing to either channel 3 or channel 4. I believe I get channel 4 is one of the 3 channels. So turn it up. So I'm now using the pointer up at the top, pointing to this band right there, the second one down, which says channel CH1, CH2, or so on. So let's see what it's get. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Just getting that one strong one. Oh, there's another one. That's even better.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 90s. Chance of rain 50%. Wednesday night, partly.
Okay. The pointer I thought I should be using now is pointing past channel 7, CH7, past it. So, not very accurate. But it works. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's right at the end of that band or position. That's right at the end. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. Whoop. Okay. Now we'll try again. Remember we got one about 3 or 4. Yeah, that's the one that's the one I got before. So I got 2 out of the 3 I normally get using an external antenna. So 2 is good. But these transmitters are about 25 to 35 miles from me, so they're not real far away. So if you're out somewhere in the wilderness, you probably won't get a NOAA channel, I'm guessing. Maybe you will. All right. I'm up to 25 minutes on the show. I don't like to let them run that long. So I'm going to just quickly try AM and FM real quick, and then I'll come back and do more of that on another show. Here we go. Go to FM is all the way to the left. All right, that's FM. There's an FM station. Another one. Another one. Okay, we get FM, no problem. And I've got a bazillion FM and AM stations around me, over 100 within 25 miles. So I got plenty of stations. The next one is AM, supposedly. See if we get anything there. Yeah.
Also,
Loud and clear. Okay, so AM's working. I just want to quick verify. We already got something on shortwave 2. Let's try shortwave 1, which should be 3 to 8 megahertz. See if we could possibly get 5 megahertz. Well, it's a little late for 5 megahertz. We'll try it anyway. Let me see which band is. Actually, this shows 3.2 to 8, where this up here just says 3. Yeah, close enough. Can you see that? So the smaller white one is shortwave 1, 3.2 to 8 megahertz. And I guess you would use this little pointer here. So let's see if we get anything. Tuning is really hard. No, it doesn't have single sideband. No. And I didn't, this time of day, even on outside antenna, I can't get anything on the lower shortwave band. Let's go back to the upper shortwave band. And let's start all the way over here at 9. Turn the volume up. There we go. Okay, that's probably, wild guess here, 11 point something megahertz. Wild guess. We'll try one more. Well, maybe I can find one more. Whoop. Go back. There you go. That sounds like Radio Habana at where? Okay. At about 12 megahertz. Okay, that's enough for now. Not bad. I am really amazed that this thing received shortwave at all. Impossible to tune. Well, not really. So, I kind of fiddled with it, and I got a station in. It wasn't too bad. So we're going to do testing of the crank charge. We're going to do what else? Oh, I've used up part of the battery already. So I had previously charged it with the USB port. So I'll do a full charge of that and do a discharge test offline and tell you what the results were. And then we'll see, how come these lights are on? Oh, did I bump this? No. Oh, that must be saying that I found a station. See, both of these on. This one seems to be on all the time when the system is on. Let me tune off of that station and see if that one goes. Yeah, all right. I like it. So oh boy, it's touchy. Right there, yeah, I lost it. So there it is. So I'm moving around. So that light down there is telling me that I've tuned a station in. Pretty cool. I mean, $25. It's pretty heavy plastic. The edges and everything are nice and smooth. There's no bad seams or anything. Not bad. Not bad. Again, you can get this off of Amazon. I'll put it, because right now at this point I'm impressed. For $25, I'm impressed. I'll put it in my Amazon store. The link to my Amazon store is in the description below each of these videos. And if you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm providing stuff that you're interested in. I didn't mean to go for an hour, but this thing has so many functions, and it's going to take me 2 or 3 more shows to get into the details of all the other functions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.